Welcome to Frequency Foundations. So this is a call that we run every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And you may be catching the replay of this or you want to come jump on with us live, but we're so excited to be able to bring this beautiful information forward. It's about a 30-minute call, and the intention of this is to teach you the foundations of frequency technology. What is frequencies? How are these helping us with our holistic well-being, our holistic health, our holistic health sovereignty, right? How are we taking our health into our own hands with the beginning rise of frequency technology, and where and how is this even paving the path for us in a whole new era of medicine? So let's dive in. I want to start off with this quote from Nikola Tesla. If you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So I want to take you on a little tour, a little back tour here of the history of natural medicine. So throughout the years, we know that there's been ways and discoveries of how the human body can be powered up by natural resources in our surroundings, or we found ways to allow the body to heal itself. So, knowing that the body is a self healing mechanism, it's been designed to heal from the inside. When we've been able to discover other ways of introducing natural, either products, natural ways, natural liquid acupuncture for a reason. This is a natural tool where 3,000 years ago, Chinese emperor was credited with acupuncture, meaning fine point little needles running along the meridian points of our body and being able to unblock stuck energy, which then can allow things like our organs and other parts of our body to begin to function and thrive optimally again. If we look at hundreds of years ago, homeopathy was born. Now our body can come into resonance through the use of plant medicine. Even if we look at just over 100 years ago, electrotherapy. So you could see one of these big machines, possibly in a clinic somewhere, and you could pay a penny to receive electricity. You would see right here on this graphic, electricity is life. It was known at that point with a gentle shock of electricity that it would restore the body. The cells would receive a cellular voltage that would allow them to kind of be jump started again, just like the battery of your car. So we're getting back to a time now where we know that the last 100 years, big pharma has really taken over, and synthetics and more modern medicine or allopathic medicine has taken the forefront. But a lot of people are seeing that there's a power to our bodies receiving natural resources to allow it to thrive. And Albert Einstein once said, the future of medicine is the medicine of frequencies. And so, something we've been studying, almost like this cosmic power of being able to receive frequencies as a universal language to teach and speak to our cells at the cellular level on how to act and behave. I mean, it's so accessible now. Why wouldn't we dive into this? Science has proven that the universe and everything in it is made up of pure energy. So, I want to teach you two fields that are going to be very important for you to understand. After we go through the Frequency Foundations training, I'm going to introduce you to the Healy. And these two fields are going to be really important to remember when we start talking about the Healy. So the first field is the bioenergetic field. And this is what we oftentimes refer to as the energy flow of life, or traditionally called chi or ki and prana. And this bioenergetic field, I want you to think of it like your own personal bubble. And this bubble, it's invisible to the naked eye. It's this metaphysical bubble, but it houses all of your information, all your thoughts, all your past experiences and memories and traumas, and everything is housed in this field. I also want you to think about the fact that when we say things like, watch your language, watch what you speak over yourself, or when you want to manifest something, speak it into existence. Speak it out loud. Let the universe hear you. The reason is that as we're depositing this information into our bioenergetic field, it becomes a magnet. It becomes a magnet for other people, places, things, experiences on that same energetic plane, on that same frequency. Now, the second field I want you to know about is the information field. Okay, so this is a dimension where we as humans are all connected through quantum entanglement. And quantum entanglement, if you want to go do some research on it, actually won a Nobel Prize 2 years ago for its study on how two photons were separated and how when one action was performed to one part of the photon that used to be one, the other one responded in the exact same way. It was still connected, even no matter space, time, or distance. And so this is actually further exemplifying and affirming how we too, as human beings, once all connected through one mind, even now that there's 8 billion of us across the planet in different bodies, we are actually still all connected. And no matter the time, distance, or space between us, we all actually share this one universal dimension. I also like to explain it as when you think about Wi-Fi or the internet, right? So let's talk about the internet, right? The World Wide Web, www dot the World Wide Web. Back when the internet first came out, we couldn't believe that we could access information on this computer, this machine, and I could write something in Google right now, and within seconds, I've got information at my fingertips. That's what we call information technology, IT, information technology. Now we're moving into a new era, right? 30 years later, we're moving into this new era called information fields technology. So right now we can access information super easy at our fingertips on the World Wide Web. Information field technology is where we access information from one mind to another. We're just beginning to really pave the pathway in the information field technology. So let's talk a little bit about the human body. I think it's important that we understand as humans, right? We have these very, very intelligent temples that house our spirit, that house our energy, that house our soul, right? We have these very intelligent bodies that are made up of electricity and magnetic forces. We've got kind of this electrical field, this magnetic field that surrounds our body, and we also see these same forces all around us. Mother Earth, natural magnetic field. A compass uses the magnetic force to align with the North and South Pole. We see it in a loudspeaker. It functions by using an electric current that creates a magnetic field that moves the diaphragm that produces sound. You think of sound healing. It's a form of healing that uses vibrations that are produced from drums or bowls. If we think about the actual heart, the human heart, it has the strongest magnetic field out of our entire body, and it connects with the information field. Our heart can actually connect directly with that dimension where everyone is connected. So let's actually understand what frequencies are. Frequencies are essentially the language of the information field that speaks to our cells. So if you think about right now, I'm speaking English. Someone from my Spanish team in Healy who only speaks Spanish and doesn't speak English likely is not going to come on this call because I'm not speaking their language, right? Someone from the Korean team may not be able to jump on this call and understand what I'm saying if they only speak Korean. There's all these different languages around the world that us humans use to communicate with each other. Frequencies are a universal language. It's a universal language that every single body on the face of this earth, the cells are coded to know how to receive a frequency and know what to do with it. The cells receive a frequency as a language, as information that tells it how to act and behave, tells it what to produce, what output to give, what action to take. So there's so many different ways that we can use frequencies to actually help our bodies thrive. Now we even see it where there's a contemporary rise of these experts who are in the clinical realm of quantum and energy medicine, like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton, to name a few. Now they're starting to introduce spiritual concepts of energy into this technological revolution, right? We as humans are still playing a role, right? AI might come in and robots might come in, but as humans, we're made up of energy, and we can still, we can still use things and technology to actually allow our bodies to thrive even more, and how our minds play such a vital and pivotal role in this movement. So I want to show you, up until this point, how have we been able to receive these kinds of frequencies? How can we take these frequencies into our body? What do we do? How do we get them? How do we obtain these magical frequencies? Well, right here in this photo, you're going to see there's a practitioner sitting at his desk, and he's got a couple laptops open. He's got this big white machine that probably cost him $100,000. And then he's got a client sitting in this recliner, and she is holding on two rods. And in these two rods, she's receiving microcurrent. So you can see the cords that are coming from the two rods hooked up to the box, and the practitioner's sitting there, and he's analyzing the feedback her body's giving, and he's changing the frequencies that she's receiving. Now, in order for her to receive this beautiful microcurrent therapy session, she would have to drive to the clinic, book this appointment, drive to the clinic, pay for a session, come back. It takes a lot of time and energy and resources, and this practitioner can only see one client at a time. So this was a problem, right? Not as many people were able to access this frequency technology and able to access this beautiful therapy. And it wasn't available on the go, right? You had to be lying there for the session, and the average person would never know how to actually be trained on how to deliver one of these programs themselves. So this is where a solution was invented. So we're introducing this technology that is revolutionary, patented, and wearable device that analyzes your bioenergetic field. So remember, your bubble. It analyzes what's sitting in your bubble, and then it delivers individual microcurrent frequencies. So frequencies that are customizing as it's working with your body to bring your body back into harmony. And you can use this device anywhere you want, on the go, in the car, at home, wherever you might be. So what is the Healy? We're here to learn about the Healy. What is this Healy, and how is it revolutionizing the world of health, prosperity, and freedom? Well, before I get into what the Healy does, I think it's important for you to learn who invented it. How did this Healy come to life? How did this come to be 5 years ago only? It's still a fairly newer product. However, it comes backed by years and years of research. So the first person I want to introduce you to is Marcus Schmiecke, out of Germany, right? All the good technology comes out of Germany. He was the inventor and founder of the Time Waver first, and then Healy. The Time Waver was that big white machine that you saw sitting on that practitioner's desk. And Marcus had trained over 2,500 practitioners around the world how to use this Time Waver device. And he was a quantum physicist who then became incredibly enthralled with the world of spirituality and understanding how this information sits in our field. Where's trauma stored? How do we get into those other dimensions outside of just this 3D experience of matter? He really got interested in the bridge between matter and consciousness. And so he actually went to India to study as a professor, which then he turned monk for 12 years. And he really, really deepened his understanding around science and spirituality. I've had the pleasure of meeting Marcus twice, three times now. Sorry. And actually, just most recently, a couple months ago in Mexico for our homecoming. And then I was honored to be part of a VIP incentive trip where we got to spend a lot closer time with the owners and founders and really understand this vision and understand the mission and why Healy was started, what makes it so different than all the other technology on the market, and where is it going? And so Marcus had this huge vision where he stood on stage. He went to a lot of medical conventions and spoke to a lot of doctors and practitioners. And he had this goal of getting 100 million Heelys into people's homes. He wanted to, make this device that was smaller, on the go, easy to access, and could be used from your smartphone. And so one of his very original practitioners who he met at an astrology convention, one of his first practitioners from the time waiver happened to be this multi-billionaire entrepreneur who had a hedge fund that invested in a lot of sustainable technologies. So Christian Helper, he actually raised his hand and said, okay, I want to be on board with this. Like, I want to be the conscious wealth that backs this new product. And so they came together and they created Healy. And so Healy's main vision is to empower individuals to lead a healthy, fulfilling, and mindful life and to inspire this growing community to have a continuous and positive impact on humanity. So all of the products and all of the innovation that comes out of this company has a very, very, very big vision. It has a very big purpose, and it's really to raise the collective consciousness. And so what the actual device is doing is it's analyzing our field. So remember that bioenergetic field that houses all of our information, this metaphysical bubble that surrounds me, that's holding all my experiences and all my memories and all my thoughts and all my feelings. It's all sitting here as information, as little fairy dust data that's sitting in my field. And the Healy uses its resonance sensor. So this is one of the patented technology inside of the Healy device. It uses this resonance sensor that connects through the information field and into my bioenergetic field. So I'm registered, added as a client inside of the Healy app on my phone, and I choose myself as the client. I run an analysis. So we used to call them scans, but we don't want to be misleading. It's not like a medical imaging scan. It's an analysis of our field, and I run this analysis, and the Healy will run through all 300 programs that are in the Healy database to find out what of the programs in the Healy database is the most resonating with what was picked up in my field. And then it sends me the report and asks if I want to go ahead and run the top program right now. And I can go ahead and run that top program right now. And I can receive these beautiful frequencies over the next 20 minutes to hour, however long the program is. And I can do this multiple times a day, working on bringing the harmony of my body back into coherence. So we want to understand that the Healy is actually working on all aspects of the human body and the human experience. So not just my physical body, but mental, emotional, spiritual, right? Maybe I'm trying to study for a test and I need more focus and concentration. Maybe I'm moving through a lot of things mentally right now and I need some support with balancing nerves or contentment or being more joyful or less anxious or whatever might be going on there. Abundance, vitality, beauty, every aspect of the human experience is covered in one of the programs. And so what makes the Healy very special is this quantum resonance sensor that taps into the information field, which is where all of the human beings' minds are connected, and then into the bioenergetic field of the person. Now, there's a few ways that we can receive the frequencies. One way is through the coil. The coil is an adapter that you can plug into your Healy that makes it wireless. And then the coil will actually send waves into that bioenergetic field, and it'll drop information into the field that then your cells respond to. The second way is through the cords. This is my favorite way, and it's actually kind of like the flagship way that the Healy is meant to be used. And the cords is actually delivering microcurrent. Microcurrent is like gentle electricity. And through the microcurrent, your body receives it through the body's water system and sort of delivers it through the meridian lines. And it's carrying frequencies with it through the microcurrent. So this is very powerful. There's been so many studies done on microcurrent and its effectiveness. So this is my favorite way of receiving the frequencies. And so the reason that I love talking about the microcurrent and receiving the microcurrent is because we wouldn't want our phone battery charge to die, right? We wouldn't let our cell phone die. We always plug it in to charge it. So we wouldn't want our own cells to die off either. We would want to plug them in and charge them. One thing that we know, so again, our bodies are electric beings, meaning our self, right, our own body regenerates the electricity in our body naturally, right? Our bodies are designed to charge themselves. Just like solar panels, our body can charge itself. Now, recently, the issue that we're running into is that because of all of the external toxic overload and 5G radiations and all stress, everything that we're kind of fronted with right now, our body isn't recharging our cells as quickly as it's being drained. And so when we can give ourselves a boost of that natural charge, we're helping to keep the cells healthy. So you can see right here on this graphic the difference between a healthy cell and an unhealthy cell. And you can also see what happens when that cell membrane voltage doesn't get charged up. We can see what happens to those cells. And you can also see research has been done on this. Now, to take the Healy a little step further, because again, the Healy is incredibly powerful and it is the leading frequency technology in the world on the market because of the diversity that this device holds. Not only can you use it to receive the microcurrent on the different programs, but then there's all these add-on modules that we can use tapping into the information field, like the coach module. This allows us to actually run a set intention into the app, perform an analysis of our field, and pick up what limiting beliefs, fears, or basically self-sabotaging is happening that's preventing you from attaining the thing that you're trying to manifest. And it'll call you out by sending it into a cute little report on your phone. And you'll read it and you'll be like, oh my gosh, how did the Healy know? It's essentially calling you out on all the thoughts that are sitting in your field. And then if we can send the vibrate frequencies to unwind from those and then deposit new information, and the new information becomes the new magnet for you to attract the things that you want. Then there's the aura module, for example, another powerful module add-on with the Healy, which actually does aura photography, and it does an analysis of your 7 chakra energy centers, and it will tell you the 3 lowest energy centers that you have right now, and it'll actually tell you why they're so imbalanced, so that again you can draw awareness to certain things that might be happening in your life that are bringing your energy centers off balance, and then it'll send the frequencies back into your field to bring those chakras back into coherence. And then one of my favorite is the digital nutrition mixtures. We have over 70 different nutrition mixtures. So the frequencies of different vitamins, minerals, and trace minerals that are blended together to create a combo for certain things. So we've got brain harmony, thyroid harmony, alcohol intake, we've got hair, skin, nail harmony, we've got the vegan complex, so the typical deficiencies vegans will have. We have a mixture for that, of all the B vitamins and etc. So you can actually receive the exact frequencies of these vitamins, minerals, and trace minerals right to your cells. And then your pets, your loved fur babies. You can also use the Healy with animals. So microcurrent frequencies have been used for decades with animals, and it's a proven application to support veterinarian medicine and animal physiotherapy. So I will tell you, if you see some of the testimonials around the animal programs, like it would make your heart melt to see some of the things that have happened with the animals. And of course, it's not a placebo. Animals have no idea what's happening. So this just goes to show how powerful these types of applications are. So to kind of bring this in and bring all the information together for you, there are five editions that the Healy comes in. The base model is what we call the gold model, and it has 144,000 gold frequencies coded into it, all the way up to our top model, which is the fifth edition, which is called the professional, that has over 10 million frequencies coded into it. It uses this quantum resonance sensor that connects to the information field, which is one of the most powerful, separating, distinguishing features of the Healy, and it's activated by your smartphone. Anyone can use this. It's so simple. There's a lot of frequency technology on the market right now that is mega, mega, mega complicated, and you need to study the heck out of it to understand how to use it. This is so simple. It's all activated by your phone. And with over 300 programs to choose from, anything that you might be moving through, there's a program for it. There's a program, there's a protocol, there's an app where you can actually just put into the search engine exactly what you're going through, what health concern you have, and it'll give you a protocol. It'll tell you exactly what program to use. And then there's our sister product to the Healy. So remember, at the beginning of the class, we talked about how we are electric and magnetic beings. So a year ago, Healy launched its new product, 2 years ago, Healy launched its new product called the Mag Healy, and this is the magnetic Healy product. So where we're actually using pulsating magnetic frequencies. And this device is actually aimed at supporting your environment. So this Mag Healy device can actually work up to 9 feet in diameter. So 3 meters in diameter, it will actually cover this pulsating range. And you can also put it on top of jugs of water and inform your water with frequencies. This can be used on the physical body. And so it's this beautiful symphony where you can work on the electric forces in your body and the magnetic forces in your body by using both the Healy and the Mag Healy. So if you are ready to bring one of these powerhouse devices home, I want to just remind you of the options that you have to do so. So you've got the gold model, which is our basic model that has 7 key gold programs and 144,000 frequencies in them, all the way up to the professional, which has like over 280 programs. It has the coaching module, the aura module, the digital nutrition module. It has the ability to run an analysis of your field and send back the report to your phone. It's got everything in it. So it's a very powerful model to go with. And then we also have the custom model, which is the resonance. So the resonance has the ability to run the analysis of your field, but it's at a little bit of a lower price point so that you can pick and choose what add-ons you want to put on it. So maybe there's program groups you want to add on. Maybe you want to add on the aura module, add on the digital nutrition, add on the coaching. So you can pick and choose what monthly subscriptions you want to go on. If you go at the professional, everything's included. And then we have the Mag Healy, which comes in either the classic or the professional. So there's 2 different options. You can go with the Mag Healy as well. Professional, everything's part of it. You can add on the Meridian modules if you'd like to, so that would be separate. But the classic is where you can kind of go with that subscription model as well. So why Healy? Why now? Why would you want to get started with Healy at this time? It's important, as I mentioned, to understand how we are pioneering this new way. Eventually, this type of technology will become mainstream and more people will be using it. But coming in now at the beginning of this type of groundbreaking technology, this kind of groundbreaking holistic health devices where we can start bringing our health into our own hands. If not now, when? There's no better time than now to start working from the inside out, to work from the cellular level of our bodies. It takes 365 days to completely turn over your body. So if we were to start giving our body what it needed now, in 1 year from now, could you imagine some of the ailments or health concerns that you have being able to resolve themselves possibly, right? How amazing would that be? We are just paving the path now. And we know that wearable technology is over $100 billion market and it just keeps on growing. So you want to be with a company, you want to have an account with a company that is the world's leading frequency technology company is coming out with all of this innovative digital self-responsibility type of products. And beyond the frequency is also this beautiful energy of the collective. We have this growing team all around the globe. We are all part of this one unified vision. We are called the Freedom Frequency Family is the name of our lineage. And if you're watching this call, chances are you were invited from someone on our team. And the energy of this collective is so beautiful. The support, the calls, the time, energy, and resources being invested to helping our new members get started properly. So, what I would invite you to do from here is to connect back with the person who invited you to this class. I would invite you to just reach out to them and ask them for the graphic, the sales promotional graphic for your region. And it will have all the current pricing and promotions in your currency so that you can check out what is going on right now. And they will help lead you to the perfect pathway of getting started. When you get started, there's 3 pathways you can choose to get started with. The customer pathway, where you will be using the Healy for you and your family, right? So maybe some friends. Then there's the affiliate pathway where you can actually choose to also have an affiliate link to Healy so that if any of your family or friends, or maybe you work as a practitioner, you have your own business and you want to be able to share the Healy, you can do so and earn very high ticket commissions. And then there's the business partner pathway, the business builder pathway. And that's where you would just be joining all of us in this team and this collective of incredible frequency facilitators. And you'd be looking at actually creating a pipeline and leverage generational wealth through a business model like this. So whichever pathway you choose, it is perfect, and we will guide you every single step of the way. So I'm so excited that you've had a chance to watch this video, and please connect back with the person who invited you so that they can take you on your next steps.